We're back, folks. We're back. Welcome to my show. How's everybody doing today? Thank you. Come again. All right, hold on. Do, do, do. Why is it so windy? Why is it windy when this is not Chicago? Why? Why so windy? Windy as hell, 'cause it's windy. Cause the government manipulates the weather, cause weather control exists for, cause most of them ain't. Either way you go, they'll still be messing us over. There's no way for us to win. I can't believe people still talk about Biden and Trump. It's crazy. That Coach Eli was whining about it. He keeps whining about Trump. But then they say the truth about Biden. He says, "Oh, Biden was so great, bro. Biden didn't do anything for this country except drag it down. What you're saying is not true at all. I don't know what you're talking about. Then you're talking about Trump. I mean, the only thing I can say about Trump is at least Trump got some stuff done when he was in office at that time. Like, real talk, at least he seemed to help the American people. I mean, that he did. I give him credit for that. It's honestly the only time I've ever seen a president really get anything done that mattered for the people since like Kennedy. Biden didn't do anything. Biden just sat by and watched the struggle. That's all you should care about. It shouldn't be about what offends you or what you're sensitive about. It should be about money. I mean, if they're the president and they're not giving us money, literally, they're not doing anything for us. I mean, what's the point? You know what would really make a president to me? A president that would come down here to the valley and say, "Hey, I still want equality here, and y'all are gonna, treat people right." You know what I mean? Like that's all. Just this is America. I mean, none of them ever did that. When they come down here, they just pretend and act. They don't care. I mean, that's why your votes don't matter. Your votes were never counted, ever. All of that was rigged. Thank you, honey. I'll try to read your message in a minute. It's hard for me right now. I love you more than anything. Please read all my messages. Try to give me your opinion because I'm feeling it. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know that Coach Eli man. I can never get enough of his whining. That boy, he just loves to whine. He's hilarious, man. I mean, surely, you know, Vincent for president. Somebody will know what I'm saying. Vincent's hilarious. Boy, he was so mad at Vincent. Whoever Vincent is, they the troll of the decade with Coach Eli because he is mad at that Vincent. That is hilarious. It's funny because my channel name used to be Vincent, but I was quoting that movie. But I think this might be a real person named Vincent, and they give Coach Eli a hard time over there, whoever they are. It's pretty hilarious. And yeah, he's just Coach Eli's mad, bro. That boy right there, he very very triggered and pressed. He is not in a good mood, and it's very apparent. It's honestly funny as hell because that boy is so disgruntled doing this here YouTube. I mean, listen, buddy, if you don't like it, leave. It ain't got to be on YouTube. I mean, you don't really get nothing done. You said you've been working at that fake business that's never gotten any results for over like 6.5, 7 years, right? I think you said like 6+ at that time, and it's already been more time. I mean, it ain't got to be on YouTube, bro. You know, you never really did door dashing. You lie about that and say, oh, you did something. Never seen you work. Ever. That boy been stuck on YouTube since the beginning of time. What did you do? Like 4 door dashes? And you thought you were a door dasher? It was just so you could lie, so you could try to assimilate yourself and force yourself, quite frankly, because that's all you do in everything. And you're like DJ Academics, right? No, DJ Academics, please don't. No, no, DJ Academics. No, please. I don't want to do an interview. That's what he says. That's how he handles all them ghetto boys from the hood. He hides behind the screen and says, hey, you're gonna do the interview. You don't have a choice, boy. You don't want to get along with DJ Academics, man. You don't know what he's capable of. that that boy, that boy is soft as a muffin. They're all cupcakes on the internet. That's why I mean you can't take any of these people seriously, man. Whack 100 is hilarious, bro. I mean, I would have a field day like just talking to him, bro. He's hilarious to me. He can't control his emotions for 5 seconds. I mean, it's funny as hell. He just has emotional outbursts after emotional outbursts. And then he swears up and down it makes him tough because he yells and screams for no reason. I'm Whack 100. I'm Whack 100. Like, yeah, she whack 100% of the time. You're right. Like, you couldn't put me in the same room as these dudes, especially in an interview, bro. I would have a field day. And all that tough stuff, they ain't gonna pull that with me. Boy, stop it. Like 3 feet tall. Whack 100 is like, I think he's like 5'6" or 5'7". Anybody who ain't over 6 feet and you talking all this raw, I'm tough stuff on the internet, yeah, you have no concept of reality. It's just that simple. I'm not saying height is everything, but it matters. I mean, strength matters. I mean, these people aren't in shape to be doing that. Whack 100 need to go back to the gym. That's just crazy, man. He looks mad out of shape on there. Seriously. But that's what you get. Like I said, when you got dudes like that were raised by so-called women, this is the result you get. Fashionistas, feminine, you know what? And this is what we have to deal with. I mean, like I said, it's fine with me because I just use all of them now to promote my content. If you can't figure out what I'm doing, I'll tell you straight up that's what I'm doing. I'm going to use all these boys. No, don't want to hear it. No, why? Why? Who listens to their stuff like cranked up as loud as possible for everyone to hear? Like, bro, no. And that was like from the highway, bro. I can't have anybody else's music on here, none of that. So, like I said, I'm going to use all these boys on here, right? They're all grown men and they act feminine. I'm going to use them to promote my content. Yes. And I'm going to say the truth in the process and get everybody's perspective clear as day so you understand what's what. So you don't want to be all over the internet like this, looking like this, like Whack 100 and all of them, because someone like me will be able to utilize that. I don't really take advantage, but I can utilize it for my platform. And it ain't going to work out for you. It ain't going to help you. It'll help me make some dough. Feel me? Now y'all people is in trouble. You say what you want, but if I get through this, y'all are in trouble. All of you. You better start worrying because you in trouble because I'm about to take this whole thing over. Real talk. I'm not on here to play. Never came to play. But yeah, I would have a field day, man. I wish I could do live interviews with them folks, but not really. I wouldn't be able to handle it. I don't have the patience. I don't got to explain it. Like, that's just not conducive for me, period. I'm a grown man. You know, I'm not going to sit there and put myself in a room with Whack 100. That's just silly. For what? Who is he? I mean, I'm just saying the rock star guy had a pretty good point, which has kind of been my point since day one. It was completely valid what he said. He said the truth. Like, look, Whack 100, you keep it 100% whack 100% of the time, right? And you've got your own conflicts. You've got your own problems and beef and issues, tons of it. You know, all I've seen you do is take L's in the street, partner. I mean, all that stuff, yelling out that you this and that. I mean, you making them look bad. You give them a bad name. Now, I give it to you with like Jim Jones. Jim Jones is fake. He ain't from that. We all know that. That's like when they tried to use Lil Wayne to perpetrate, and 40 You Know What was trying to G-check Lil Wayne, right? And then 40 had that incident with the game, which the game was being a coward about it. That's the truth. I mean, it makes perfect sense. I like 40 You Know What. Can't say his name on here. I like him. I liked his whole little demeanor. I thought he was all right. You know, I mean, he had a right to sue. I mean, he kept it straight. I mean, you know, I mean his case made perfect sense to me. So that's the thing. I mean, until people are willing to have a real conversation and talk about the facts here, and stop trying to twist what being a G and a gangsta is, it's completely pointless. The conversation is moot because these people know they ain't that, and they can't just give credit where credit's due. You feel me? That's what it's really about. Just a bunch of soft dudes. That's what they do, though, and they culture, and then they think it makes them look good. These are grown men running around trying to play gangster. You don't see me doing that. I don't play gangster. I am a gangster. I don't do no talking, right? I prove myself with nonstop action. Facts. You understand? It's a little different. I'm not on the internet talking. I'm not woofing. I'm not saying, oh, I'm this and that, right? By the way, there's a guy I'm trying to get in touch with. I discovered. I wanted to talk to you about this, honey, and I will today in just a minute. We'll talk more about it, me and you privately. I want to become a complete samurai. I've already decided. That's what Batman kind of was, the original story. I mean, they have like Batman Ninja. I'm trying to go all out samurai with it. I know that's what I was meant to be. I think I could be the best of all time. So, I mean, I'm even thinking of like buying a stick. I need a good stick, just a stick, a wooden stick. But I need a good solid wooden stick, which is actually kind of hard to find out here. And like, I don't want like a whole bunch of other stuff on it. You know, I don't know where the hell it's been because everything is like processed out here with all sorts of stuff. But you know, I'm just saying, I need a stick, and then I'm going to start studying already, like right now, all that stuff about, you know, being a samurai, and I'd like to do videos doing the moves and stuff. I just don't know about that either. You know, with this environment, I got to figure it out. But there's a guy I'm trying to get in touch with already. I already sent him a message, and he does all that stuff. And the way I found it, I was looking at something for the bat suit. What I was telling you, honey, if you remember. And it's pretty interesting. I'm starting to realize that maybe I could use that component within the suit. I think it would be legal. I think you could do it because of the way that it's angled, you know. And I mean, if we're going to do anything, it has to be real, you know. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about the gauntlets. like the gauntlets that Batman wear. I mean, if you're gonna do something, do it for real. My only concern was I don't know if you can walk around with gauntlets like that, but I don't see why not. I mean, my only fear would be, see, this is what people don't get. It's easy to talk about. It's different when you're the real thing and you do the real thing. The issue with the gauntlets is if you do something wrong with the gauntlet or you defend yourself and you make a mistake, I mean, then right there, I mean, you can't do that. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't know if it would work or not, but it's something I want to look into anyway because it's part of it and I study it all and I find it very interesting. How you doing? Good. Another person waving at me. I had a whole family stop today, honey. Not stop, but they were driving. Same thing. Got the window down, yelling out Batman. I don't even have the suit on today. That's crazy, isn't it? There was just another person right now, just went right in front of me from a distance, honking their horn loud as hell, just to say, "Hey, Batman." I wave at them, and you hear me say hi. That's crazy how much notoriety this stuff has gained so quickly. It's incredible. I didn't expect any of it. I didn't know, you know. So, I mean, people like it. They respect it. They love it. I mean, that's cool, man. Obviously, like I said, people like me, and that's what I want. I'm glad. I'm not trying to make enemies. I want to make friends with everybody. I've always been like that. I want to be cool with everybody. I wasn't aware that. I don't know. I just feel like God is turning it all around, man. I feel like God says He's at work, and I give that credit to God, man. Genuinely, I think that's all God at work. Because it's just hard, with everything I've been through, my position and things. It was hard for me to really be nice because I couldn't be. You know what I mean? So it's like when people meet me too, I kind of feel bad sometimes because I'm a little defensive at first, but that's just how I am. I'm not meaning to come off anyway, but you just gotta. If you had any clue what the hell I've been through, you would understand. Especially with this internet stuff. So when people talk to me or approach me, yeah, I'm a little defensive because I don't know how you're coming, and I got to get a feel for where you're coming from first. Then once I feel more comfortable with you, I'm a little better. But I just don't trust people. And I mean, after my experience with you, you know. But yeah, I mean, for anybody who's an actual fan out there, if you meet me, don't think that it's anything like that or bad. It's just, yeah, I'm a little defensive. It's just how I am with what I've been through. But yeah, I don't know. Another guy took a video of me like just yesterday, and he was showing one of his relatives or something, and he was like, "You can be anything you want to be. That's cool." I was told him I appreciate it, and I hope it made the dude's day that he sent it to, like his uncle or something. It's pretty cool. So I mean, it inspires people, which I mean, I've always been a symbol of inspiration and hope. I think I've always inspired people. I mean, even people that want to be my enemies. But that's good. I'm glad it inspires people. I'd be forgetting, I guess. It's hard for me to see it the way the public does, because my mind is just different. It works different. I'm on a different level, man. I don't think the way other people do. So me, I'm looking at stuff like I'm not even giving myself credit. I really need to slow down and realize what I've accomplished because I've done a lot. And I mean, it's pretty much was all impossible. And I still did it. So I do need to slow down and give myself the credit. Let me see what my baby's been saying. Oh, gotcha. Oh, man, seriously? I'm sorry, honey. That's not cool at all. Yeah, I'm sorry. Are you going to be okay? Now I'm worried. Okay. Is there a city that you want to pick? I mean, I'm not going to say anything on here that's details, but you can let me know. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Seriously, that's a big deal. I totally understand. Trust me. With what I've gone through too, I understand. Is there one of those cities that you like the most? I'll try to click back on the messages in a minute. Um, I would pick the one that you like the most. Do they take you out to eat or anything? That's what they should do. That would be nice for you. You know, pick a city you like, the restaurants or something. If they can have them take you out to eat somewhere, you deserve that. You deserve everything good. Um, that's what I would do. I would pick the city that you like the most for it. But yeah, that's serious. I'm sorry, and I'll be able to talk more about it privately with you. Um, what is that going to do? It like holds it up or holds it in place, or you could try to explain to me if you're hearing me. But I want to talk to you about it privately off of here. It's a private concern and matter. But I love you and I'm here for you as much as I can be. I'm dealing with a lot too, going through a lot. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I don't know. I'm glad that people like what I'm doing. I'm glad that people appreciate it. Um, and yeah, I'm just trying to do the best I can for Christina and I. And yeah, I got to focus on her too. So it's a lot. But end of the day, yeah, I'm perplexed by these people on the internet. I'm perplexed by LA culture. I mean, LA culture has been long gone. I mean, they replaced y'all's culture with ignorance a long time ago. It's just clear as day. And I just noticed that it just be making me laugh because everybody online talks like they're a live wire or something. And I'm telling you right now, there's not one dude in the world and on the internet that would talk crazy to me. None of them. So it's just funny to me because you get online and everybody basically pretends they're me and ain't none of them me. So it's like with me, I just don't pay attention. I stay focused. The internet is the internet. Reality is reality. Streets are the streets. But that's where I'm going with it next. I'm trying to become a full samurai. And, with me, I'm the real thing. So it's a lot different. But, that's the difference. I mean, when you got dudes in the street and they swear they G'd up in gangsta, what they repping is cowardly in the first place. I mean, a samurai, like an all-out actual samurai. I mean, if people know they're a samurai, nobody's going to disrespect them, right? I mean, it's common sense. But them dudes on that internet culture, they're so silly. They have no awareness of reality. I mean, it's just the truth, And I don't know. I personally find it funny and entertaining because none of them understand like the concept of Batman. They don't understand there's a real Batman, right? So all that type of stuff like that, I love all that stuff. I mean, all that's going to help me because what you have to understand is at some point, hold on. At some point, Christina and I are going to have the budget and plenty of money. And me, knowing me, I'll probably just get pissed and probably just end up going to LA and being Batman there. And then Batman will be literally in the streets active. I mean, it's a little different. I mean, if you look at that stuff that happened, I mean, don't you think the situation would be different if Batman showed up? I'm really asking, like, y'all don't get what I'm saying, bro, because you don't think it's possible. Like, we're going to get to a point in this game, okay? You can mark my words, where Christina and I have enough money where it ain't no fake stuff. I mean, Batman's going to pull up in a Batmobile right in front of you, wearing the whole suit, okay? And like I said, I'm just anywhere I go, I'm just pulling up. I'm going to park my car and get out, right? I mean, and yes, some people are going to laugh at first, and that's part of the purpose of it. Like, I'm a funny guy, but it's not funny. Like, there's nothing funny about me. Like, people are going to understand, like, trust me real quick with me. Like, If Batman shows up, he's not there joking around. You know what I mean? So it's like all these situations when they act like they're arguing in the street, like what if Batman pulled up right there? You don't think like the whole energy would change? Like everything would change. The entire situation, it just changes. And it goes from like 0 to 100. Let's keep it real. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not hearing that nonsense, bro. I've been around all that so much in my life that to me, I'm desensitized to it. That's what these people don't understand. I did bar security for over 6 years, bro. At least. Can't be serious, man. Like, bro, that was nothing compared to what I got exposed to every day. Whether it was in ATL in Austin, ATL is one of the worst, roughest places there is. Okay. I think Chicago, I don't think Chicago is really that rough. I think it's just, I mean, somewhat, but it's more like just ignorance, in my opinion. And I'm never going to, not say how I feel about that. But Batman going to be doing his thing in Chicago. And what these people don't get is that when you have an actual Batman, right? And then the more notoriety and fame that I get, it's not like I gotta, go at it with anybody. I mean, at the end of the day, Batman pulls up, and the more celebrity I've gained, first of all, the more stripes I take, the more, the more money we make, and I'm getting to feed all my people, and I get to feed Christina and help her, even though we're not going to need the money probably, but either way, that's how I would view it. I'm going to work to help her and make sure she's eating and she's good, and I know she'll respect that and love me for that, and everybody else, you know what I mean? I've helped everybody, man, but at the end of the day, I mean, the concept that people don't understand is it's like out here. I don't ever have any problems. I never will. I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm a tough guy, but I don't just run around looking for issues. And I have bad days, trust me. Like I have bad days where like nobody should even get near me. Because I have bad days where I do just feel like everybody's the enemy. And that's the thing. It's crazy to me that I know that God is at work because as in bad of a mood as I've been or get sometimes, people still love me, and I mean, that's real love. If people can't love you, this is the thing I've always learned, man. That's why I try to show people how I am and when I get mad so they can understand. I mean, if you love me, you're going to have to love me at my worst. That's love. You know what I mean? Love doesn't run away when somebody gets out of character or upset. I mean, you have to love somebody at their worst and their best. If not, it ain't love. You get what I'm saying? It's just reality. So be the same thing with Christina. Christina is very even keeled. She's always in a good mood or she's nice. She's respectful. She's just extremely loving. But even Christina has the right to get out of character and get mad sometimes. Even to say things she doesn't mean. Now, of course, she probably knows that I would probably be hurt by it and I would take it to heart, but so she probably wouldn't do it, and I mean, it's the same with me, but we all make mistakes, when we get in our feelings. I mean, it's just part of being human. But I'm just saying, I'm still, going to love Christina no matter what. And that's love to me, so not everybody comes from the same cloth, but love is love and love outweighs fear and love is very real. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. So at the end of the day, well, I just want you to know that, honey, that no matter what you go through or how you feel or what you say or what mood you're in, I'm still going to love you. Genuinely, always. I'll be there. That's the only thing I've never had respect for, people who don't have, a backbone or a spine or loyalty. I've never been able to stand people like that. You don't run from who you claim to love. You care about them and you take care of them. If they're in a mood, you're supposed to bring them closer and give them a hug and actually care and show some real love. not sit there and try to push them away and or just leave them abandoned. Nobody does that understands love. That's not love. Love is being there for someone. That's why if you ask her, as hard as it's been and as much as I've been going through and dealing with, I mean, we can ask her when she's here to talk. I mean, she'll tell you, have I not been there for her every step of the way? I have, always. And I mean, I'm not a robot. I can't be there every single time, but I have been because that's just what love is to me. You know what I mean? Like anytime you call, I try to be there. That's why I don't understand your culture. Your culture sings a fake Eminem song talking about, I can't be your Superman, your Superman. Right. Like, what are you talking about? And you got an entire culture called millennials and all these people that will sit there singing that nonsense and they don't get it's programming you and teaching you to think the wrong way and think backwards. I mean, just like you say, oh, you're saving them or whatever. She don't want to be saved. Well, it doesn't matter whether she wants to be saved because it's reality. I mean, she's going to get saved whether she like it or not. You see what I'm saying? The entitlement has reached such epic proportions. They're saying not to save people. I mean, think about that from a superhero's perspective. I mean, I don't care how you feel. I don't care how the so-called woman feels. If my job is to save people, I got to save them. I'm not going to ask you, do you want to be saved? So what you're saying don't make sense. And then y'all might try to laugh it off, but you know what I'm saying is 100% real. You're teaching basic concepts the opposite way to the public to brainwash them. You understand? It's just like with all these negative connotations where they say simp, beta, but they have it backwards. See, I use their connotations the right way for what they actually are supposed to mean. Those connotations were made by the Illuminati, secret society, to engineer the language and programming in society. They don't control this world. They're just trying to make it a worse place. Nobody controls the world besides maybe God. You know what I mean? And I mean, I'm just saying, I mean, this don't make sense to me. None of it. It never has, never will. But what was I saying? At the end of the day, man, I'm just glad that I inspire people. Like I said, I'm just a real person. And I think that's why people, like me and have respect for me because I think they see, I'm not sure how much of them actually listen to me when I'm talking on the podcast or the show here. They probably see the videos or they just heard about me or see me walk around. But it's different when you actually listen to what I have to speak. Oh, thanks. To what I have to speak and what I have to say. That's a lot different than, than just seeing Batman, and I think that's where a lot of people are at with it. And hopefully, I haven't really been trying to promote the channel lately, but hopefully I'll get back to it. I just haven't had the energy, man. I'm too tired. I've been doing too much. I mean, just been through a lot. Like I said, people don't know what I'm actually going through behind the scenes. I mean, I've been going through some real serious stuff. So, it is what it is. I mean, I still am technically. I really don't know what's going on with me right now, so it's like I just do the best that I can. I don't know. I always am with God, man. I'm always standing with God. I truly know that God is with me no matter what. And that's all I can say, so it is what it is. But end of the day, these people on the internet, I mean, like I said, the way I operate is a lot differently, man. I mean, you could put me in LA. What I'm trying to explain here is when Batman is on the street at a street level, it's going to be a lot different because a lot of these people, they're going to like what I'm doing. I'm not the type of dude that I'm scary and I'm running from people and this and that. The only thing I'm going to run from is somebody who's out of their mind. Oh, I'll sprint away from that. And that's not being a coward. That's just being smart. Especially if they're doing some erratic behavior that's going to have me where I'm not in a safe environment for no reason. Like, yeah, I'm going to run away. That's what you're supposed to do. That's common sense. See, these people, they want to program wrong. I mean, how are you going to program or tell someone else how to be, but you don't apply these rules to yourself? See, they want real gangsters and people to get caught up who really come from that. And they want to perpetrate on the internet as a coward like you. Come on, bro. That's silly, man. The thought of that is delusion. Don't nobody have respect for people like that, especially me. People like that, they'll never come within 5 feet of me. That's why they go on here on the internet and start woofing. They already know they're never going to come near me. They already know. They're terrified of me. You know what I mean? Because they know I'm the real thing. So it's like people know who the boss is. That's all I care about, and that's all that you said. See, I can translate your language fluently. It's not difficult. They act like I don't have a translator. Man, I had enough cowards talk to me now on the internet that I understand, you know, like I speak your language fluently now. Sadly, I never wanted to learn it, but I understand that you talk backwards. So, I mean, I understand what you're saying. What you're saying is you're terrified of me. And you could just say that. That's why I don't talk to them, because I don't have the patience. You say something, you say how you feel. It all comes from being raised wrong. See, I'm a grown man. I don't care about people's opinion, especially yours. I mean, who are any of you? You know what I mean? Hold up. So, like I said, end of the day, I think people generally have grown a respect for me. Probably that's probably kind of newfound because they didn't really know anything about me, and they still don't, but they know enough. They know a little bit, to be able to understand that I'm a stand-up dude. You know what I mean? But um, like I said, me, I just try to excel and do the best that I can, and that's what I'm about, man. I think life is all about trying to get in positive environments. See, that's the thing. I've proven all the other stuff. I've been the other direction. I made a full turnaround. I mean, I'm trying to change my life. I want my life to be good and filled with rainbows and unicorns. And real talking, I'm a street gangster. I'm not trying to have it filled with misery and unhappiness and a bunch of street stuff and trauma. I mean, who wants that? Realistically, I'm in touch with my myself, who I am. Like, I ain't worried about what nobody think. I'm a human being. I deserve a happy, nice life, and that's what I'm gonna get. I already have it. So it's like, end of the day, you know, it's my opinion, but what I'm saying is facts, and all I'm saying is when Batman starts operating at a street level, because of the respect that I have and I gain, and because of how I'm moving, it automatically, my aura even, it demands respect. So if I go out to these little hoods in LA, oh man, what you think, they not gonna run up on the Batmobile? Yeah, not in a bad way. They're gonna run up as fans. They're gonna be like asking for my autograph. So if I came up and I rolled up, the whole energy changes. And see, that's the point. The point is not to cause trouble. The point is for me to walk up and dumb things down and get, to resolve the conflict in a positive way. That's what people don't get on here. You on here trying to act like you something you're not. And meanwhile, I'm the real deal, and I'm saying what they told me to do, even the spirits, ancestors, and God Himself, was to bring peace everywhere. Batman is not meant to spread anything other than peace. I mean, the other stuff you leave to Batman, because trust me, that's been my specialty for a long time. And it's not something that I'm even really proud of. You get what I'm saying? That's the whole point. Like, I'm breaking generational curses. I'm changing the drift of what, my entire lineage was about that, man. I'm trying to bring a positive aspect to things. I know what I can do. I know what we've been about, and I'm changing that and saying enough is enough, and I want peace and equality and everyone to be happy, So same thing. If I did go out to LA, I probably could make a huge difference, and then the difference is when they get to tripping on that fake stuff, it ain't gonna work with Batman. Trust me. Works with everybody else, man. It don't work on a guy who's trained, and much less if he's trained as a samurai and he's in an all bulletproof bat suit, okay, and maybe is able to fly. I mean, you don't mess around a guy like that. Common sense, right? So it's like, me, they don't understand on here. I'm totally different, bro. I operate independently. I'm Batman. You see that symbol? That ain't a Hollywood symbol. I don't care what nobody says. That's the symbol that represents justice, vengeance, and me. See, that's the problem. These people are all brainwashed, but they know what it is. They want to keep attributing it to the movies and films and Hollywood. It ain't got nothing to do with that, bro. There's only been one Batman in all of history that we've seen, Tyree Sneed. So you're going to have to give me my credit. I'm not trying to take nothing from nobody. I ain't saying nothing like that. If anything, I would gladly make my own emblem if I needed to. You understand? My own logo. I don't have no issue with doing that. But I'm just saying the only Batman there's ever been in history is me. I'm helping them out by promoting what they've done and their accomplishments in film and stuff. They should be paying me. They shouldn't be mad at me, that's for sure. They should be paying me because I'm taking the concepts and I proved that it's a real thing. And like I said, I don't feel it was my plan. I think it's God's plan, 100%. I mean, I think God created a real Batman. And, that's why I do the videos, because I want people to look back. If I make it that far, hopefully looking out 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years back, you'll see all these videos, and that's my testimony, just part of it. You know what I mean? That's what they told me, man. I listened to these readings. They talk right to me, and it just told me the other day or yesterday, it said, there's no testimony without a test. You know what I'm saying? That's the part that I do understand and makes sense. And that's what I've been going through, is a bunch of insane tests, behind the scenes. And it's like, I understand that. But, that's the point, is to show people God is real, and to show people, have people with something, an actual visual to look at somebody go through the whole journey. You have to understand that this channel I got is going to come to a point where you're going to see Batman really handling things on camera. And that's what I want people to see, though, is I want to see Batman bringing peace. That's what it even says in the films. Why would it be so synonymous if I wasn't called to do this divinely by God, if it wasn't divinely orchestrated and I wasn't divinely ordained? See what I'm saying? Because even in the movie, what does Penguin say? Penguin says, and we're requesting Batman's presence to keep the peace. That's what Batman does, because Batman handles all the other stuff. Batman is about preserving and keeping peace, nothing else. Doesn't mean Batman won't get down. Oh, definitely. But that's the purpose of it, is to have peace, not to create more conflicts and more nonsense like this government does. Like I said, they ain't never been our friend, man. They ain't never good news me. They targeted me. They ain't done nothing for us. I for sure would never do anything for them. Okay, especially go to some other country to pretend I'm defending something I'm not. I would never do that. I'll tell you straight up. Never. Why would I sit there and help the enemy? No. Hell no, bro. You ain't gonna sit there coming to my country and then tell me what to do. No. So like I said, people are they're completely under a disillusion of being brainwashed, and they think that we live in a world we don't. Let them do what they do. Because as much as the system is rigged to help y'all and against me, I'm going to still win, because you Masons don't have nothing. So that's the actual reality of it. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, like I said, it is what it is, man. That's all a lot of the people do, man. Like I said, they seek attention. I mean, I think they do some of the stuff on purpose. And it's just like, bro, I'm going to get my money. I know how to run this show. I know how to, tap my little mute button. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm just saying, I could talk to these dudes in the street. They all going to get behind me and support me when we meet in person, because they're not going to have a choice. You feel me? People roll with me, man. People like me. People have to respect me. So it's different. We're going to do the same thing in New York. So it is what it is. Shout out to Maserati Fox, by the way. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. And Domination was a coward. Still is. Feel me? So is Rick Ross. All right. So I'll talk to you in a minute, man.